Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. And as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. From time to time, I do this. I go through my massive songbook collection. And I've mentioned this before. Whenever I really like something, I'll try to buy them in twos. If there's one guitar that I like, I buy in pairs. And I do the same for songbooks. And as I was going through my songbook library, I ran across, and I'm just like, I can part with one of these because I have two. They're in excellent mint condition. So, I like to pass it on to somebody that's searching for, good quality songbooks, because once they go out of print, you can't find them and they're very expensive. And I understand why they're very expensive, because they're very important. They're very valuable, because there's nothing like having the right music, or should I say accurate sheet music to a complex song. If you're dealing with a 2-3 chord song like the stuff you hear on the radio, you don't need a songbook. It's just 3 chords. You're not gonna forget those. But when you're dealing with songs from legendary artists who have mastered the art of songwriting and very lavish songwritings, because there was a Luther Vandross song, and there's some sheet music which is cool. They give you all the chords up at the top just to let you know what you're working with, and then throughout the song they place where they're supposed to be. And I kid you not, I counted 14 chords in the Luther Vandross song. That's a lot of work, and there's no way you're gonna remember all that stuff off the top of your head. When I play complex stuff like that, I got the sheet music right there in front of me, or something that I wrote up as far as chord charts. Just makes it easier for me to play. But for the most part, you're not going to remember that much movement just by memory. Because if you ever watch these award shows and you see these people perform these pop songs that have a lot of chord movement, you see musicians in the back with sheet music. They reading instead of, I remember this and I'm just playing it by ear. No, you're not. And then a lot of times they do what's called a rearrangement for certain perhaps performances. They might do it differently live versus when they did it in the studio for whatever reason. They might want to extend it for the live version, which is very common. So it's always good to have the sheet music. And I ran across this, and I didn't want to part with it, or didn't feel like, but I'm like, you know what, it's just sitting in one of my cases. I got 2 of them. I would love to pass this on to somebody who wants this and appreciate trying to play, great songs instead of, again, 2-3 chord songs you hear on the radio. And this is the the Al Jarreau songbook. 100. Try to get this in here. 100% of the Al Jarreau songs that I've covered, because I have a whole collection in my DVD bundle number 1. I think it's maybe about 7 to 8 Al Jarreau songs. Every single one of those songs I played from the sheet music. Al Jarreau and Earth, Wind and Fire and Steely Dan and Luther Vandross and Anita Baker are those types of artists where you better have the sheet music. There's really no way you're going to pick up all of that stuff that's going on in those compositions by ear. It's just almost impossible. Now, you might do some chord substitutions and stuff that just might work, off the top of your head and from your ear. But for the most part, you're not going to pull that off, So that's why these are so important, to get an accurate reading of what you're doing or what you're trying to play. And this particular songbook has over 20 songs on it. And I'll leave a list down here. And I just read a few of them. We're in This Love Together. We all know that. Bright and Sunny, Babe, which is one of my favorite ones. I had actually forgot about that song. Closer to Love. Breakin Away. Our Love. Glow. Just to name a few. But if you were to find this book on eBay, or I think Amazon have sometimes some books, you'd be very lucky. You'd be lucky just to find this book. And when you do find this book, I kid you not, it's going to be at least $100. I remember when I bought my Chic songbook, the first one, and Stevie Wonder's, what's that? What's the Stevie Wonder, in the Key of Life. Those books are going for $200. I got lucky and found mine for half their price. I paid $100 for Stevie book. I paid $100 for the first Chic book that I got. I paid about $75 because I got 2 of these. I paid $121 for one. I paid about $75 for the other one. I'm not sure which is which, because they're both in mint condition. There's no poorly, glue coming loose, none of that. Just this is a mint condition. So I'm letting this one go for $40 plus $5 shipping and handling. Because trust me, if you go on eBay right now or Amazon, you're not going to find this. And if you get lucky, if you keep looking, because, there's certain songbooks I just keep looking for periodically, maybe once a week and maybe 6 months. Within that 6 month period, it's surface, it's going to be about $100, $150, because they're that rare. So if you were lucky to find this book and you won't find it today, it's going to cost you at least $100. I mean, trust me, I've been pricing and buying songbooks for like 20 years and I know the trend. So this is practically a giveaway for $40 and only $5 shipping and handling. So if you guys interested, let me know. Because again, I got 2 of them and they both in great condition. Because if one was kind of ratty, I would just most likely keep the mint one and then just basically sell the ratty one for a much reduced price. But since they're both in excellent condition, I was like, I can part with one, So again, if you guys are interested in the Jarreau Songbook, and there's no title to this one. It's not the best of, or it's not actually one specific album. And that's what actually also makes this even rare, because if it was just one Pacific album, it had probably like 7 selections. But this one has 20. So it's kind of like a collection, Al Jarreau collection of songs. So, that's right there is rare within itself. Because again, it's not the greatest hits and it's not a Pacific album. So again, PayPal information is right down there. Once you submit payment, I'll ship this out the next business day. It'll go out priority mail, so you know the day that it leaves me, and you know the day that it's going to most likely show up at your doorstep. It's very hard, and it's just very rare to find these books these days, because these are back in the day old school artists where these were very well written and arranged songs. So you definitely want the sheet music, because again, like I said, with today's music, and I'm not trashing it by saying this, but they usually like 3-chord songs. So you don't need sheet music. It's like just 3 chords, and you're not going to forget 3 chords. But again, artists like Earth, Wind and Fire, Al Jarreau, Steely Dan, Anita Baker, Luther Vandross, you better have the sheet music, because you're not going to pull that off 100% trying to go at it by ear. It's just not going to happen. So that's why real professional musicians rely on sheet music instead of this crap that they circulating around the internet now, tab mess. And a lot of those tabs are wrong. They're not even in the right key. And I'm saying to myself, how did you tab a song in this key, but then when you post it, it's in another key? So how is that possible? And I've come to the conclusion, because this would only make sense, because it doesn't make sense that way, is it's like a form of a virus. They're sending you misinformation. Because again, the only time you would change the key to accommodate the vocalist who cannot sing in that range. I mean, musicians can play in any key, so that's the only reason why, logical reason I think that they do, and it's done deliberately and maliciously, because they trying to trip you up. They gonna post some stuff, and a lot of the chords ain't even accurate and ain't even right. And also, because when I first started to learn how to play sheet music, and forgive me for dragging this, I would go online first, because I'm like, I can't find a songbook, so maybe somebody got some online. And just about all of them, it says at the bottom, some young dude in the college dorm is tabbing this stuff. And I said to myself, half of this stuff is wrong. And I know it's wrong because I hear something different. So I tried to post some stuff and it wouldn't allow me to. And I noticed the same tabs show up on different sites. It's like, what are the chances of a dude in the dorm room tabbing this, and then it's plastered all over different sites? And it's all because this is deliberate. It's considered kind of like a virus. They want to post stuff that's not accurate, not true, not true. So again, whenever you can, go to the source. Go and get the songbook, the sheet music, instead of relying on half of the stuff on the internet that's wrong. And the reason why it's wrong, that's the reason why it's wrong. It's done deliberately to be wrong. Because again, if I sit down and listen to a song and tab it, I'm tabbing it in the key that's it's playing. So why would I post something in a different key, and how is that possible that you tab it in a different key when you listening to it and playing it in the key of that song, when you write it down in the key of that song? So again, it's done deliberately. But again, Jarreau Songbook, 20 songs, only $40, $5 shipping and handling. Actually, it's going to cost a little more to ship this, but I'll eat the other few dollars that it would cost to ship it. So until next time, take care. My PayPal information is right here, and then all of a sudden the list of all these songs are right down here. Thanks for watching.